This is my very first book. I'm an artist, a visual artist. But I'm going to read from the middle of the book. In the summer of 1973, I met with the art dealer, Betty Parsons, in her Bridgehampton summer home to show her my work. I came with only the very first of my paintings that change in time, one of the smallest. I wasn't going to show up schlepping a big package in my usual bag lady persona. She looked at my tiny painting and without a moment's hesitation declared in her great voice, "This is very large." Betty traveled to my Berkeley studio to see more of my work, bringing her friend, the playwright Edward Albee, who ignored the paintings on the walls and went straight to my file drawers without permission. "I want to see what you're really about," he had the nerve to say by way of explanation. But there were no clues to the meaning of my art in the drawer, just sanitary napkins.
Over the years that I've been involved with the Feminist Press, I have loved every part of being associated with the press, the books, and I'm happy to be here today. And I'm about to introduce Blanche Wiesen Cook to you. Blanche is the internationally acclaimed author of Eleanor Roosevelt, Volume 1, 1884 to 1933, and Eleanor Roosevelt, Volume 2, the defining years 1933 to 1938, and is nearly finished with Volume 3, which primarily covers the war years and will be as brilliant as the first two volumes, I am sure. She is a distinguished professor of history at John Jay College, CUNY, and is dedicated board member of the Feminist Press, and like all the ladies, one of my favorites and my best friends. I love being a part of the Feminist Press. Thank you.
I'm one of the oldest members of the board, one of the first boards. And I want to thank Bob Isaacson and CUNY TV for being here. Our favorite booksellers are here, and the East Hampton Star is here, and Cameos is here, and all of you are here. And we are a great team, and we really couldn't do it without each other. And B. Smith makes it possible and makes it joyous wherever we are and however we do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, B. Smith. I want to thank Ken Greenstein, who is on the board of CUNY Law School, and it was Ken who got to Flora Schnall, who is also on the board of CUNY Law School. And one of the books that we hope to publish is the collected writings of Rhonda Copeland, one of the greatest global attorneys, who is one of the most famous professors at CUNY Law School, who died 3 years ago. So it moves us so much that CUNY Law School is in this mix. As some of you know, I'm an activist as well as a journalist and historian. And so when I was thinking about which of the Feminist Press books I wanted to read, there were so many. And I'm reading from a book that is not here, but it's in our catalog. So get a catalog. The Feminist Press catalog is really good, as well as all the books. And what I would like to read from very short pieces from this wonderful book that we published about 20 years ago by Grace Paley, Stories and Poems by Grace Paley, Paintings by Vera Williams, Long Walks, and Intimate Talks. And I decided on this book in part because what I'm going to start reading from, which is a poem she wrote, Two Old Stories. Two Old Stories, it's a prose poem, more prose than poem, I guess. And I chose it because the vice presidential nominee was named. And here we are, sort of hitting reverse. Every once in a while, as the world turns, it goes into reverse. And everything is challenged, and some things are destroyed unless we regroup and reorganize and stop it. So here's two old stories by Grace Paley.